आप ले रहे हैं आज, and the whole irada of doing this interview is that, you know, to find out first of all about this show, Shri Raj Kapoor साहब की याद में जो ये show आप you're taking from one country to another country with Nitin Mukesh जी, इसके बारे में थोड़ा सा बताइए।
ये शुरू हुआ था, मेरे एक दोस्त है, मित्र, मेरे पुराने दोस्त हैं, जवानी दीवानी के दिनों में, डॉक्टर राम बटवानी। फिर उनसे वो बाहर आ गए, यहाँ बिजी हो गए, मैं बम्बई में एक्टर बन गया, फिल्म मेकर बन गया, मैं खुद बिजी हो गया, तो we lost contact. But a few months, a year back, we established contact again and picked up our old threads like we had. And he wanted to know if I'd come to Bahrain before. And I said, no, I have not, unfortunately. It's one of the few places in the Gulf which I have not been to, and he invited me over here. So we were toying the idea of my coming over, and then he came up with the idea that why don't I do a Raj Kapoor show. So I suggested to call Nitin Mukesh because I have collaborated with him with those immortal melodies of Mukesh ji and Raj Kapoor ji, and together they were hugely popular. And Dr. Ram told me that people still are great admirers of Raj Kapoor and that kind of music and that kind of era when music was supreme, when music was king. And so that's how the idea came, and that's how I am here for that show, the Nitin Mukesh tribute to Raj Kapoor.
And we are honored and privileged to witness it tomorrow.
Thank you for inviting me to Bahrain. I'm grateful to Dr. Ram and to all of you for the great hospitality that you have bestowed upon me and my friends.
Thank you, sir. Shri Raj Kapoor Sahab, needless to say, has left, and even your grandfather has left a legacy which is, I'm sure at times, very challenging.
It is.
Yes.
It is.
And also there might be different things that all your sons and grandchildren have in their mind which inspires them separately. How does it inspire you? One thing that really inspires you about Shri Raj Kapoor ji?
I like the kind of dedication and the kind of spirit that he had for the work that he did. We are like pygmies compared to him, and sometimes feel very small and little. But then the world has changed, emotion has changed, sentiment has changed, values of life have changed. The globalization and whatever has taken place in the world, it has brought the world together, but it has changed our value system. And those films that Raj Kapoor ji made were basically on value system, may it be Awara, ya Shri 420, ya Jaagte Raho, or even so, Mera Naam Jogar. That kind of cinema was greatly appreciated then, and see, values of life are different. Even now, like I have come to Bahrain for this show, it's primarily meant for people who like that kind of cinema, that kind of music, that kind of lyrics and the words, the thought content in them. Today's music, cinema, I don't understand. I don't understand the music of today. See this shelf life. Nitin sings songs which are sung by his father, maybe 50 and 60 years old. And they are greatly appreciated even now. I am very grateful to all the people, lovers of this type of music and this type of films and cinema, who appreciate Raj Kapoor and Mukesh ji and Shankar Jaikishan ji for all the great work that they have done. And there are still admirers of this music even now.
Most definitely. That's why this show is taking place.
Yeah, I'm very glad that at least these shows are bringing us closer and in contact with each other's hearts, if not the mind.
Very true. When we talk about legacy, sir, do you expect or do you even talk about it to your kids?
Of course.
Yeah.
Raj Kapoor is not something which is then easily to forget. And he's too big a persona and an artist and a filmmaker for anybody to forget, be it his own children or his grandchildren. And we are very grateful to our parents and our foreparents and my grandfather and father and uncles and all our ancestors who must have blessed us that we have carried on. I'm very proud of the fact that the Kapoor family has had over 85 years of active participation in the film industry. Out of the 100 years or 100 and odd years of Indian cinema, we have contributed more than 85 years of our lives, entertaining the audiences, the Indians and the people of the subcontinent and people all around now that who appreciated the kind of, well, we have had a contribution of more than 85%. If one of the Kapoors is actively playing cricket on the pitch. And today we have got Karishma and Kareena and Randhir. And then we had Shami, Shashi and my dad, and then we had myself and my two brothers Rishi and Rajiv, and then we had my children, and now Rishi's got his children. And I'm glad that we have got the patronage and the love for all the people from all over the world for us to carry our endeavor to entertain them.
Absolutely. And the burning flame of art and films, which is
Thank you.
moving forward.
Thank you very much.
I still remember, because like I told you, I used to do these retro shows and we used to talk about music of Raj Kapoor ji and what he said when Mukesh ji had passed away, that I lost my voice. What do you say about his combination and his music?
This is immortal. That kind of music, that kind of that combo will not come again. Like lots of people ask me, and the previous journalist also asked me now, okay, how about a remake of some of the Raj Kapoor's classics like Awara or Shri 420? I don't know, just let it be. Just let it be.
Yeah.
Classics should not be fiddled with.
Yes. Because they've not been anywhere being proven. Or
what could I do with it? What would I have done with it? Can I get another Prince Raj Kapoor? Can I get another Raj Kapoor? Can I get another Nargis ji? Can I get another Khaja Ahmad Abbas or Radu Karmakar who photographed the beautiful black and white photography of Awara and 420? And Khaja Ahmad Abbas writing those lines, that thought content, that music. Where will I get that music again? तो हम इसको बनाएंगे, हमको हमारी मार पड़ेगी. My budget may be bigger,
but not.
But in comparison to that, जो आदमी पुरानी पिक्चर मार लगा देगा, ये पिक्चर मार खाएगी और हम तो झूठे पड़ेंगे. So best not to touch these things.
The classics.
You see, they give a comparison with Mother India. Mother India was made earlier as Aurat with Sardar Akhtar, I think. And it was little primitive in his taking and his making. He made it then, in the 50s. It was in Technicolor. Nargis ji was a superstar. She was not a passe actress.
Yeah.
She had done films like Awara and 420 before that. And she was a star. She was not a fading star who worked as a mother. Dr. Vijendra Kumar and Sunita.
Yeah, to make up that star, it can change.
She was huge and she had big following. And then that passion that was made within her. Like I don't think Mughal Azam can be remade.
Absolutely.
That passion shows in Asif Saab's work. So I don't think that kind of, we should not touch these classics.
Absolutely. People also say that, there are so many views about remix songs. Of course, we all don't like the remix.
I hate them. Yeah. Please tell all my audience that I hate remix songs. They have destroyed a lot of my friend Pancham's, Adi Burman's songs. They have murdered them. They have killed them. And I feel sorry for Pancham. He will be turning in his grave. Because he's imbecile. They're not even music enthusiasts. They're not even musicians. They're electricians.
Yeah, they're just technically doing things.
They're horrible.
But do you think that there are also a little percentage of people who say, at least the teenagers and this generation knows about that music?
They don't know. They don't know.
Yeah. Is there a better way to bring back that music to this generation?
I think our culture and our emotion has changed. एक तो हिंदुस्तानी उर्दू ज़मानी खत्म हो गई है हिंदुस्तान से. There's no Urdu in India anymore.
Yeah.
There are no Urdu schools or anything of this kind.
there's no Hindi left.
We speak English.
Yeah.
You see, आजकल की जनरेशन का जो दिमाग का कंप्यूटर है वो अंग्रेजी में है, and then we translate that into Hindi and then speak to you. So that is why everything is getting changed. We don't know how to coin the words in Hindi or उर्दू की शेर व शायरी हमारे जमाने में भी जा रही थी. It was there in my grandfather's and my father's times, but in my times also it was growing. But we were singing like Mehndi Hassan, Ghulam Ali, and then Jagjit Singh. They were ghazal, they were geet, they were nazm.
It's true.
किधर है आज?
True melody was.
There was melody. Look at the music that was. If you see the music directors in the 70s, people, I can count at least 15 top music directors. Today, I cannot complete 5 fingers. I don't think definitely I can't complete 5 fingers. And I could offhand tell you in the 50s and 60s. अगर मैं शंकर जयकिशन के गाना आया तो नौशाद का आया, इधर बर्मन साहब का गाना आया, आरडी बर्मन came, and then Kalanji Alanji came, and Madan Mohan came.
Each one was better than
In those times, even smaller films and mythological films with S.M. Tripathi and Janam Janam Ke Fere pictures, they're super duper hit music. Like the music was king. Melody was king. Today you ढूंढनी पड़ती है इसकी melody से ये बोल क्या रहा है?
It's unfortunate that time we didn't make so much money, and with now this kind of music, there's a lot of money generated.
I don't think
distribution.
they said me, even my father or my grandfather paid 1% of the money that Randhir makes today. So we have only technically advanced ourselves, got color and glamour and huge budgets, and the thought content is dead.
That's my next question. There's a paradigm shift when we talk about 1950s and 60s movies and 2016.
वो emotion ही बदल गया है. Now, I fail to understand. Maybe the value system of life has changed. Globalization has shifted. Or the innocence from our lives have gone. This is what Raj Kapoor's persona on screen was. तो अनाड़ी में राज कपूर जी का मोतीलाल जी से बात कर रहे हैं और मोतीलाल जी का बटुआ गिर जाता है. राज कपूर जी picks it up and stops him, and he cannot stop him, so he goes into a Rang Mahal or Moti Mahal, whatever the name of the restaurant was, looking for him. And he says, साहब बोले तुम यहाँ आ गए? बोले साहब आप ये आपका बटुआ है. तुम तो जानते हो इसमें क्या है? उन्होंने पैसे हैं, मैं तो जानते हो कितने हैं? उन्होंने ये मैंने देखे नहीं, तो ये आपका है, आप रख लो. तुम बोले बहुत ही अनाड़ी आदमी है. ये देखते हो, पैनिंग शॉट ऑफ द होल क्राउड. ये वो लोग हैं जिन्हें ऐसे बटुए मिले और लौटाए नहीं. जो आदमी ऐसे नोट लौटाता है उसे अनाड़ी कहते हैं आजकल के जमाने में. एंड जेन्युइनली आजकल के जमाने में व्हेन अनाड़ी प्लेज उस सीन में एटलीस्ट 4 people in the audience अरे अपने जेब में रख ले. So innocence in our lives has gone.
Yeah, it's blamed.
Today, a negative character or anti-hero is done very well. The heroes को टेरेस से नीचे गिरा देता है और ताली पड़ती है. ये मुझे समझ नहीं आया. हमारे जमाने में उसको नेगेटिव कैरेक्टर बोलते थे या विलेन बोलते थे. आज उसको हीरो बोलते हैं.
His reasons are right.
No, maybe life has changed. Acceptance of emotion has changed. So you can't. Maybe it's the change that we have to settle. I think life has changed. Emotion has changed. Even my children think that I'm a fool in lots of my emotional aspects or my taur tarike. I come from a different era. वो दौर और था, वो जमाना और था, लोग और थे, यार और थी, यारी और थी. आज it's more synthetic and plastic and materialistic, and we have only become very rich, but we have lost the value system in our lives. At least that's my observation of life.
You have yourself a beautiful and a very well-known career behind your back, and you're still in that career.
I've taken a back seat in my life.
Yes.
I'm like a semi-retired man. My children are doing well. God has been very kind to me.
But when you go back to cinema, go back to the technology again of movie making, how does it make you feel now when you go back? Like the big difference.
I feel bad. I made lots of mistakes in my life, which I shouldn't have. I did lots of foolish films, which I shouldn't have. And there are lots of right things which were told to do, and I didn't do it. I feel bad. So this is life. You have to accept it.
Everybody has that.
मैंने भी मुझ में भी कई खामियां हैं, and I accept them. Okay, I'm sorry. I think I made a mistake. But then also I have had a very blessed life. आज मैं बहरीन में आपके साथ बैठा हुआ हूँ, आप मुझे इंटरव्यू कर रहे हैं, तो कुछ तो होगा ही. थोड़ा एक मुट्ठी आसमान मेरी भी होगी इस दुनिया में कि आप मुझे इंटरव्यू करने आए.
आपकी करियर में how much advice would you take in those days from your father, and what is that one thing that you really remember well? I'm sure there are plenty of them, but that one thing when you remember him, you remember that.
I remember my father, all the great work he has done. But my father was a very, very non-interfering father, especially in the work when I was doing, the career that I had chosen to do. He was very non-interfering. My father never knew how much money I make and what I do with the money. He has never asked me, neither my mother nor my father asked me how much money do I get to work in a film, how much money do I bring home, where do I put it and what do I do with it. He had his own and I had my own. And my brothers also similar. My father was a great friend. We loved him as an elder and a father. But we had a very friendly relationship. We may not be on a backslapping relationship. But the love and affection was more as a friend. So sometimes I like to have a drink with him. And he would ask me, "Kaisa chal raha hai, beta?" मैंने बोला, और अच्छा चल रहा है. This saal has been very good for me. फिर भी बेटे कसर नहीं. थोड़ा और मेहनत करो, you will improve.
So that means he was keeping a watch on you, but he was in there.
And sometimes I would sit down and tell me, कैसा हो रहा है? I said, Dad, this year has not been good. I've had lots of failures, lots of mistakes, lots of रुको बातें. मेहनत करो, ठीक हो जाएगी. Don't lose heart, work hard, and things will fall in place. So this is the only advice. That is the only interference that he had to get. He never told me what are the films that I'm working in and why I'm working in those films. And if they were good films or if they were successful films, he would get to know. He was also in the trade. He would say, सुना है तुम्हारा पिक्चर चल गया है, थोड़ा और मेहनत करो और अच्छा काम करोगे. But that was all.
But the most appreciated work of yours that was Sriraj.
I don't know. He was proud of my success and he was saddened by my failures. That's why I definitely know. But he never pronounced it that he would count it like a interference in my life. So he gave me the complete liberty to do what I wanted.
Space for you.
All the space I needed.
And do you also continue this with your children?
I still do not know how much money my children have got and what they are doing with it. And they are married and they are mothers themselves. I only know that I am grateful to God and grateful to all the audiences in the world, all over, including here in Bali, for all the love and affection that you've given to my family and to my children and to my brothers and sisters and uncles. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, we should be saying, because the entertainment given by the Kapoor family, it takes a lot to be there, to, always be in closed doors or move on in a way. I'm sure there are a lot of challenges.
आजकल के ज़माने में एक्टरों के पास में इतने कमांडो होते हैं. मुझे लगता है कि इस वॉर जोन में आए हुए. I fail to understand. My family has never had a commando or bodyguards and moving around with me. My father said, जिस दिन ये तुमको आएंगे नहीं मिलने के लिए, ऑटोग्राफ नहीं लेंगे, छुएंगे नहीं, वो बनेंगे इसकी क्या पिक्चर देख देंगे. Out. They love you. If they love you, they will protect you. If anybody is against you, they catch hold of the guy. I come from a family of all successful actors.